Welcome to Conpro Field in Buffalo, New York, as the Queen City Corsairs play host to the DC Dragons. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Colin Northrup. And joining with me on color commentary this week is the co-owner of the Lone Star Glory, Charles Zarkady. How you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm excited to do a game with you. We're going to have some fun.
You're going to have some fun indeed. Dragons looking for their second win on the year. Corsairs at 6-3, still mathematically in it. Let's see what happens. As we have the captains to meet at midfield for the coin toss. We're just about ready to get underway. DC to kick off the Queen City. And we're underway from Buffalo. Rojo on the return up the middle of the field, cuts to his left and gets knocked down at the 29-yard line. So the Corsairs.
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
So the Corsairs will start first and 10 on their own 29.
I think both of these teams today are going to rely heavily on their running backs. They both had 100-yard games last week. Both of the quarterbacks for these teams are going to try and get a passing touchdown as well, because neither of them threw one last week.
Here's Caswell, gives off to Jet Zero up the middle, and Zero will pick up yardage to the 32.
Yeah, good blocking up front. I think that's going to be a key. Both teams are going to try and disrupt the quarterback's flow. So I think the team that has the best output, the best performance from the running back is going to walk away with a W today.
Corsairs 2nd and 7, tight formation. Zero gets his second straight carry, and this time he gets tackled in the backfield for a loss of yardage.
Riley Coos, outside linebacker, was waiting for that. No blocking on the line, went through the offensive line untouched, and there really wasn't anything for Jet Zero to do except for hit the dirt.
Caswell, 3rd down and 10. And the gun straight formation trips to the bottom. He's back to throw. Fires it on a hook route to James Matthews Jr., but he's going to be 2 yards short of the sticks. It'll be 4th and 2. And the Corsairs will be forced to punt on the first drive of the game.
Plenty of time for the quarterback, Caswell, to let the plays develop. I'm a little confused as to why they had a couple routes that were short of the first down. I mean, it looked like the defense was just sitting there and going to have to run a little deeper to get a first down on DC.
Punt is away in the air and returned by Kanye Rockefeller. And we'll get our first look at Shabazz Synergy and one of the top rookie running backs in the league, Kevin Say, number 20, out on the field for DC.
Yeah, they use him as a receiver. They use him obviously on the ground. It's exciting to see what he does when he gets to that outside tackle or catches that swing pass. It's normally pretty exciting play.
We'll introduce you to the rest of the DC offense after this play as Synergy fires it out to Say out of the backfield, and Kevin Say at full steam fumbles the ball on the ground, but DC gets back on top of it at the 39.
Wow, that was a dangerous play right there, doing that. So, we see these running backs do these spin plays, and more times than not, it's exciting. But you've got a good defender in there that knows how to strip the ball, and it could be pretty dangerous.
So in addition to Say, there's wide receivers Jeff Benfield, Kingston Ellington, and Josh Gill, along with Cade Marion. as Say will lose a yard on the play tackle made by Sean Moore. Tight ends are Dennis Sangili and Ziggy Horonic. 3rd down and 1 for DC. Synergy under center. Quick drop. Myers over the middle. Knocked away. Incomplete. Knocked away by Solomon Crow. And Dragons go 3 and out to start.
Yeah, good stand there by the Queen City defense. They had that 2 tight end set there, and they were trying to have both of them go out, split off in separate directions, but I don't think the tight ends had enough speed to break out of that route and give the quarterback room to get that ball in.
Punt away from the Dragons. Just underway in the first quarter. 8:15 and counting to go. As the return will be set up. Taken by Ochoa, and he'll be dropped down at the 28. So for Queen City on offense, their quarterback, A.J. Caswell. Jet Zero is the halfback. Albert Kimbrough is the fullback. Wide receivers, Deezer Powell, Christopher Ochoa, along with Chris Curtis, and the tight end is James Matthew Jr. We'll get to this DC defense. They are young, chock full of rookies on the defensive side. It's Caswell. Fires it out to the fullback. Out of the backfield, he picks up 3 yards. Combo tackle made out there by Geiger and one other defender as the fullback picks up 3 yards.
Jet Zero, that as the halfback of Queen City, they don't throw to him as much as the other teams in the SFL do to their running backs, but he's very effective when he catches the ball. Maybe today we'll see a little bit more than we've seen in previous games.
They go to the fullback that time. This time they go to Chris Curtis, who makes a nice yardage, picks up to 36. For DC, they have defensive lineman Exodus O'Brien and John Gary to defensive ends, along with defensive tackle Benny Butcher. Linebackers, Glenn Hendershot, Riley Cruz, Casey Husky, along with John DeSantis, David Levers, Eric Gugger as corners, Kanye Rockefeller and Jack Russell as the free safeties. As Caswell fires down the field. Oh, dropped by Curtis. Would have been well enough for a first down, but instead it'll be 4th and 2.
That you rarely see that. Chris Curtis dropped a wasn't a perfectly thrown ball. He had to jump for it, but veteran, 8-year veteran, 8-season veteran Chris Curtis normally doesn't do that, and I think DC is sighing some relief there after missing, getting the ball back here now.
Queen City will be forced to punt for the 2nd straight drive. DC should get good field position out of it. A return by Rockefeller. He breaks the tackle and gets up to the 30.
It looks like both defenses here for Queen City and DC are looks like they're maybe moving a little bit faster than their counterparts on offense. But as the game gets on, let's see if this holds. We need to get some rhythm going. It looks like neither offense is showing it.
Still early, 1st and 10. Synergy under center. Say is the single back, one receiver to either side. Quick drop, slant over the middle, caught. This is Say Gilly, who holds on to make it 2nd and 2. A tackle made it to 38.
Nice little delay route there to the tight end, setting up a good second and 2. We've got plenty of options here. I'm looking to see if they get the ball back in Say's hands.
We'll go over to Queen City defense after this play, which is a 2nd and 2. It's a handoff to Kevin Say, but Solomon Crow makes a stop. The inside linebacker. Loss of 1 on the play to set up a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, it looked like Jared Crow was also involved in that one. Just leveled the running back, and I'm sure he's seen a little stars after that hit.
3rd and 3. Synergy under center. And this will be a counter play, and Say will get tackled in the backfield for a loss of 3 yards back to the 34 by Jeff Duffy, the defensive end.
It looks like the defense is in a different gear than the offense. That play was slow to develop, and the defense was right all over it. They reacted quickly, covered their lanes, very disciplined, and were able to shut that down.
Duffy comes into this game with 98.5 career sacks. He's 2.5 sacks away from only becoming the third defensive lineman ever to join the 100-plus sack club. Ochoa's return will get the Corsairs starting at their own 29.
Colin, I don't know, has either team made a first down yet today?
Well, according to our stats being kept by Greg Soto and James Troll, either team has been successful in making a first down. And now 3 drives. As Caswell slant over the middle, caught first down.
There we go.
So just as I
There
said,
we go.
Ochoa makes the first down on the slant cut to the 40.
Yeah, maybe this will get some energy, get some momentum going for the offense here. We got our first down with the first quarter almost over.
Caswell under center, staring at a blitz from Hendershot. He hits the 0, he breaks the tackle and picks up 6 yards for trouble, 2nd and 4. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on a virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at www.simulationfl.net. SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. As Jet Zero takes the swing pass out of the backfield, his first reception of the day, picks up a first down to the 49.
Yeah, the exchange between the pass between the quarterback and the running back didn't go as smoothly as it should have. I thought that Zero was going to get brought down in the backfield, but after he caught that ball, he made a really quick adjustment and was able to get positive yardage.
1st and 10 at the 49. Here's the good to Zero, and Jet will only move forward for 1 yard as the tackle is made by number 58, Casey Husky, the outside linebacker.
It looks like the defense of DC is expecting a lot of runs going up the middle here, and so far they've been able to clog the lanes pretty effectively.
Offset backfield as Zero gets the carry again, and this time he loses a yard back to the original spot, 49. Cruz.
Another good play by Riley Cooper. Yeah, he's all over the place today.
His 3rd tackle so far, his 2nd for a loss. 3rd down and 9. And Queen City will convert this one as the pass to Curtis was over the middle. They needed 4. They needed 9. They got 4. 4th down.
Well, it started up front. I mean, the line started to, the protection started to break down, and quarterback had to move a little bit out of the pocket. So hats off to the defenders of DC, and I think I saw Clint Hendershot leading the charge.
The veteran linebacker is key for this young team as he get a couple of spins on the return up to the 17 by Rockefeller.
You're looking for a sustained drive here for DC to get some offensive momentum going for them.
DC coming into the game, their 5th best rushing attack, but have only throw for 238 yards a game as Synergy completes this one. It's a nice spinning grab as Ziggy Harani calls it in at the 35. First down, DC.
That was not a perfect pass there by Synergy, but the receiver turned around. Very impressive, Ziggy. When I first saw Ziggy catch that, I thought it was a wide receiver.
First and 10. For Queen City on defense, they have Jeff Duffy, Digger Graves at defensive end, Tina Begin, David Tilley are the defensive tackles, as that was nearly intercepted. Crow tipped it in the air, and Sean Moore, the rookie outside linebacker, they call him Big Dog, almost got his hands on it. Second and 10.
Yeah, the way this game is going, plays like that, they need to capitalize on them, because I think, unless something changes here drastically, I think we may be looking at a field goal or a touchdown score difference here by the end of the game.
Farrell Rains, Ted Haynes are the cornerbacks. King Jamal, Albert Begin, and Kappa Jones are the safeties. This throw is complete to another one of these rookies, Jeff Banfield. He was picked in the third round, 20th pick in the third round. Sets up a 3rd and 6 from 3rd and 9.
I like the way DC is getting their tight ends involved and also working those out routes.
Slant over the middle, caught, but it'll be a yard short. Beautiful catch made by Cade Marion, but unfortunately for her, she was a yard short of the sticks.
Another offensive play, a key third down, where the route is short of the sticks. It's it's a head scratcher, but oftentimes the quarterback's got to get rid of the ball when the pressure starts to get to him.
Here's another punt by the Dragons. So Joe will field this one, and he'll get immediately wrapped up at his own 20-yard line.
Queen City's last possession, they were able to get a first down, maybe 2. Let's see if they can build on that and get an extended drive here and put some points on the board.
Corsairs line up at 3 men in the backfield, 2 in front of 0. Jet will get the ball, third man through, following his blocks, but only picks up 2 yards as both Rockefeller and John Gary combine on the tackle.
Yeah, Jet Zero tried to bounce it out, but John Gary, the defensive end for DC, stayed in his lane and was able to shut that run down.
And 8. Caswell fires downfield. James Massey Jr. with the catch, and he rumbles down to the 49. That's the end of the first quarter. You're watching the Simulation Football League on FBS. Back here at the start of the second quarter, Queen City with the ball. Oh, and they almost threw an interception as that ball was broken on beautifully by David Leathers, the cornerback, number 23.
And that was a great play, but as we stated earlier, need to capitalize on that. You need to bring it in, and that would have resulted in 7 points that DC definitely needs.
2nd and 10 ball at the Corsair 49. Caswell to 0, who gets a nice stiff arm and picks up 5 yards. Set up a 3rd and 5 for Queen City. They're 0 for 3 on 3rd down so far. But coming into the game, they were converting pretty nice clip, 47% on 3rd down. DC was allowing their opponents to convert 55%. 3rd down, let's see what happens here. Here's the throw out to Curtis. Nice spin move. Out of bounds at the 36, no, tackled him in the field of play.
Yeah, that was a nice route run by Curtis, just barely past the chains. Nice field presence. But what was impressive was AJ Caswell got rid of that ball so quickly. There wasn't a chance to anyone to put a finger on him.
3-man backfield again. Here's to get to 0, and he gets tackled at the line of scrimmage by Exodus O'Brien.
It looked like it was developing into a positive run there, but O'Brien was just able to throw off the lineman and get some penetration in there.
Second and 10. Caswell under center. Quick drop, another out route to Curtis. He picks up 6 yards, set up a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, it's not the sexiest play in the SFL arsenal, but it's effective. I mean, Curtis on that out route is I think that's an all-day play if they go to it.
Curtis coming into the game today at 51 grabs for 610 yards, only 2 receiving touchdowns, averaging 12 yards a catch. Caswell, another quick drop over the middle to the tight end, who gets down to the 18. That's Matthews Jr. again with the reception. It'll be first down as they're inside the red zone now.
Yeah, Queen City's starting to heat up, and it starts with AJ Caswell. He's making quick decisions, and so far the right decisions. It's starting to get a little crispness in his pass, not holding on to the ball. So the defenders of DC might start getting a little frustrated there because they're not able to hit the QB.
Caswell started the game a perfect 10 for 10 for 84 yards. He's back here for pass attempt number 11, and it is complete. That Deezer Powell, the team's leading receiver, gets knocked out of bounds.
So far, so good. The pocket's holding. Caswell's having all day to go through his progressions, and DC's going to need to mix something up, and maybe do whatever they need to do to get some pressure on that quarterback.
Powell has 63 grabs, 717 yards, and 2 touchdowns coming into the game. Here's to get to 0 again, and Jet will lose a yard back to the 16. Nice combo tackle by DeSantis and Gray and Gary.
Yeah, Queen City's they're in decent position right here. They got to make sure they don't force it and make a mistake. They got to walk away with at least 3.
They do have a field goal kicker in James Troll, who is 14 of 16 on the year. Caswell fires it, and it'll be a first down catch for Ochoa.
But the pocket was starting to break down. This play took a while to develop, but Caswell was patient in the pocket. The edges were starting to break down. He just took a veteran move, taking a step up deep into his pocket, and just threw a rifle there at the first down marker.
3 wide receivers, 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom as Caswell's in the gun. Back to throw. Fires it underneath to Matthews, who gets tackled at the 2. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Yeah, perfect position for Queen City. They got so many options on, run up the middle, pass to the sideline, a screen pass. EC's really going to have to dig in here.
Here's to get to 0, and he bullies his way in for the touchdown as he runs over a defender.
Yeah, he ran over Jack Russell there at the goal line, just lowered his head and pushed himself into the end zone. Started off with some great blocking up front. Nice hole for Jet Zero to run through.
Had a good block from the pulling guard there, and yeah, it was easy. Touchdown, Queen City. Extra point by James Troll, the only man in the Simulation Football League without a face mask. The extra point by Troll is up and good. So with 6:50 to go in the second, it's 7-0 Queen City in front.
That was a good catch there, Colin. The no face mask. I didn't know that. I'm going to ask if all of our players can go with that without face masks.
Well, I mean, it's understandable that he would go without a face mask because he's a kicker. You know, he wanted to differentiate himself.
Yeah.
The return by Rockefeller gets up to the 26. And for the Dragons, they've struggled on their previous possessions. Charles, what do they need to do different here?
They didn't. I haven't seen a lot of passes to say. As I've seen, I had the good fortune to watch several other DC games this season, and I think when they get the offense moving, Say's got to be involved in it somehow, either swing pass or maybe off tackle runs.
One reception for Say so far. Synergy's pass to Josh Gill knocked away, incomplete, 2nd and 10.
There's two lines of thinking here. The DC may have tried to mix up their offense a little bit to be less predictable. Like as I said before, they throw it or have been throwing out a lot to Say out of the backfield. Maybe they're trying to do something different here, and it's just not clicking.
5 of 6 as Say gets another carry, and it's his best run of the day so far. Picks up 5 yards.
It's got to get a first down here. Have to do something to get some momentum building for DC.
3rd down and 5. Dragons 0 for 3. Synergy down the middle, and it's dropped by the fullback, Cofield. Trying to spin around with one hand to grab the ball, but just couldn't quite come up with it, and Van Cleef is on for another punt.
And they don't throw to that player very often, and not used to bringing in the ball there, but it was definitely a catchable ball. That's disappointing.
Couple incompletions on that drive. Most costly of it all being a drop that would have been enough for first. But instead, Queen City gets the ball back at their own 30, up by 7.
And the DC defense has to do something to stop Caswell. He's on fire. 13 for 13.
102 yards. Passing, 7.8 yards per attempt. This one will go out to Chris Curtis for 4 yards. As you see the numbers for Curtis. His 5th reception of the game on 7 targets.
I don't think that Caswell's been touched yet today. That's going to have to change if DC wants to pull this off.
Leading sacker for the Dragons. Tied between the two defensive ends with 4 each. As Zero gets the carry. Gets dragged down at the 37 to set up a 3rd and 3.
And Zero's such a tough runner. It looks like he's actually trying to find someone on the field to hit when he gets the ball.
Got to admire that in a running back. Here's a 3rd and 3 from the 37 of Queen City. Up 7-0 here in the second quarter. Caswell slant over the middle. Matthews Jr. with a nice grab. Oh, looks like he's hurt on the play. Their tight end.
Oh wow, that is going to be a big blow to Queen City. Hopefully he's okay.
The reaction of Christopher Ochoa looked pretty innocuous to me, Charles.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been the helmet going into his abdomen. I don't know, maybe that caused some damage, but yeah, it was hard to see on that replay.
Clint Myers will step in as the Corsairs regroup. As well on the run, throws, and it's knocked down, incomplete. Nice hit on the play by David Leathers.
Yeah, good coverage by Leathers, but also at the front line of DC, they were able to break down the pass protection and made Caswell have to take a step and throw on the run, which not many quarterbacks in this league are very proficient at doing that.
Benny Butcher, rookie defensive tackle, was the one who burst through with the quarterback pressure that time. 2nd and 10, Caswell. They line up with an extra offensive lineman as the third tight end. Here's to get to 0, and Jet will only pick up 2 yards. You've seen the numbers there. Kevin Say, uncharacteristically quiet for him.
Yeah, this is eye-opening for me. I did not expect that, but the defense of DC had 7 guys on the line there. It looks like they're expecting that run up the middle, and so far they're doing a good job.
Now the Corsairs spread them out. DC counters with a nickel look. Caswell, 7-step drop, fires down the field, and it is nearly intercepted. Deezer Powell had to turn into the defensive back there and knock it away.
You got to give credit to Deezer Powell for kind of keeping the bleeding at a minimum. I mean, he knocked that ball down. I mean, I know it's 4th down, but it could have been run back for a good field position. So heads up play there by Powell.
Ricky Matthews again to punt for Queen City. He's standing back at his own 40. DC sends the rush, doesn't get there. This will be a good punt. Oh, unfortunately for Queen City, it bounces in the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, we're getting close to the end of this half here, and haven't seen any sustained drives by the DC offense. So they're running out of time here in the first half. So let's see what they can do.
Yeah. 4:30 to go in the second. Dragons kicked off to start the game. They get the ball 1st and 10 on their 20. Here's a deep play action by Synergy. Hit as he threw, but he was nearly sacked by Jeff Duffy.
Jeff Duffy was just showed how good of a lineman he is on that play. Didn't take the draw, the fake, the play action. Just kept being disciplined. It just blew off the line and went into the face of the quarterback. And good play there by Jeff Duffy.
Duffy has 5.5 sacks coming in. That's tied for 2nd. But Digger Graves, as Say gets his reception out of the back. But look at Kevin Say, and the Moose is loose to the 34.
That's great. I mean, I think they need to do more of that. I mean, again, the Queen City defense is expecting that, but I'm not sure if they're going to be able to stop it.
Watch this move right here. He juked 2 defenders out of their shoes. First and 10 at the 34. Dragons will go 4 wide receivers. Synergy hit as he throws, and that was nearly an interception by Solomon Crow. Knocked that away. As James Matthews Jr. will be out for the rest of this game, he's got back spasms.
Yeah, the backup tight ends of Queen City are going to have to step up here. And on this particular play, the defensive line for Queen City really got gold star on that penetration they got on the line.
Leading sacker is David Tilley. He's got 9 sacks from his defensive tackle position. Synergy loads up, going for the home run, but instead it's an interception by Albert Begin. Pass intended for number 88, Cade Marion.
Yeah, I don't think the wide receiver had any separation on this play, so very dangerous play there, and Queen City made him pay for it.
Corsairs will get the ball at their own 24, following an interception by Albert Begin. For Albert, that is his 6th interception. He leads the team. He had 5 coming in. Here's to give to Jet Zero, and he picks up 3 yards. According to the latest numbers from our stats team, Zero has had 18 yards on 12 carries, but he has 2 grabs for 10 yards out of the backfield.
Getting him a little bit more involved in the pass game.
Bunch formation to the top. DC shows blitz with 2 of their linebackers. Caswell to throw over the middle, caught for the first down. Chris Curtis as Caswell. You see the numbers there. He's thrown for a bunch of yards today, Charles.
Only one drop pass, and they're in the driver's seat here in this first half. I mean, now the key is to get a sustained drive to get into at least field goal range, but don't try and push it too deep downfield and make a mistake. You don't want to give a chance for DC to break open any scores.
2 receivers to the bottom for the Corsairs. Powell in the slot. Handoff to Jet Zero up the middle. He picks up 5 yards on the play before being tackled by Cruz.
Yeah, I like the play selection here by Queen City on this drive. A lot of good, what you would call not overly conservative, but moderate risk plays.
Again, they go with the extra offensive lineman in this heavy set, and it doesn't work very well. Exodus O'Brien records the TFL, set up a 3rd and 6.
Another good play there by O'Brien. He's making his presence known there on that line, and on this 3rd and 6, he's going to have to do it again.
We've reached the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. You're watching the Simulation Football League on FTL. Caswell in the empty shotgun trips to the top. It's the same play they ran on a 3rd down prior, but it's caught for the first down by number 81 for Queen City, Mick Weimer.
Yeah, Mick Weimer, he caught the ball. Looks like he was going to get stopped short, but he just had tenacity and did not give up and fought his way past the chains.
Here is Jet Zero again on the carry, runs over a defender and picks up 4 yards. You saw a shot at Russell, 3rd-year man, spent the previous 2 years with the London Knights. Is actually a DC native, so it's somewhat of a homecoming for the strong safety for this defense.
That was a good strong run. Nice blocking up front, Colin.
Zero with a beautiful run as he run to hurry up and throw it to Zero out of the backfield. He gets the first down to the 40, but the clock is running, approaching 40 seconds and counting. Here's Caswell, fires it out to Zero again. They have all the timeouts and they use one with 32 seconds left.
Yeah, they're in a good spot here. They're just on the edge, I believe, of Troll's range, and just do some conservative play calling here, and I think they could walk away with 3.
They're on the 38. They have 2 timeouts remaining. See how they play this. Here's the give to Zero. He tried to fight through traffic, but he stopped at the line for no gain. Timeout called, 29 seconds left.
I think we're looking at a 55-yarder here, Colin. So DC can make a good defensive play here and take him out of field goal range.
The very edge, Exodus O'Brien with the tackle on the previous play. 3rd down and 8, empty set for the Caswell throws, knocked away. Glenn Endershot was in the area. It'll be 4th and 8 from the 30 with 25 seconds left.
Yeah, he needs to grab onto that one, because that would have put them at least in field goal range. There wasn't anyone around him.
Here's James Stroll on for the field goal attempt. This will be left hash. Snap spot kick is on the way, and it is way short. No good. Only his 3rd miss of the year.
Wow, that did not have anything close to enough leg to get by those crossbars.
DC takes over with 20 seconds left. They have all 3
DC dodged the
timeouts.
bullet.
They have all 3 timeouts. Here's the play action by Synergy. Down the middle. Oh, I thought it was going to be caught by the fullback, but Amwafalabi, the veteran linebacker, had other ideas.
Yeah, another drop ball there. It's to Cofield. They've got some skilled wide receivers like O'Bannon, for example. I'm surprised they're not pushing it to them deep. Normally, don't expect a lot of positive results when you have your running back doing 15, 20-yard routes.
There's actually a fullback on that. Hey, but I get your point, Charles. 2nd and 10 at the 15. This will be another Synergy pass. Complete down the field. And they're going to run hurry up rather than call any of their timeouts.
That's a head scratcher.
Catch was made. Down the field. And now they call timeout with 3 seconds left. And there is the head man, Stephen Molnex, also the offensive coordinator. He's having a little one-sided conversation with the quarterback right now.
So it looks like they're going to try and get it in the end zone here. This is oftentimes results in a sack, because it does take a while for the routes to develop.
Here is Synergy, ducks out of a sack, fires this way down the field and into a crowd of people, incomplete.
Almost had a sack there, Colin.
He's able to get out of it with some wizardry there. We reached halftime. Corsairs in front of DC 7-0. Well, as we take a look at our first half statistics, Charles, what stands out to you?
Well, I with the exception of that one drive by Queen City, I think both offenses, aren't really firing on all cylinders. In particular, on the DC side, they need to make some serious adjustments here at halftime to get some sustained offensive production. Queen City, again, had that actually 2 drives, and the one ended up in a missed field goal. But I think right now, Queen City is clearly is playing the better ball on the offensive side, but not capitalizing. For example, like that last field goal miss could turn out to be a problem if they keep DC in the game.
Sebastian Synergy 7 of 16 for 82 yards. Of course, he threw that one pick. Kevin Say, 9 yards on just 5 carries.
I really expected a lot more out of both running backs. It's surprising. I mean, neither of them have a 2-yard. They're both under 2 yards per carry, which is amazing.
Queen City kick off the DC to start the second half. And we're underway. Kanye Rockefeller out of the end zone, spins and he gets knocked down at the 26. For DC, they've run 24 plays, 7 drives, so have only picked up 3 first downs. They're 0 for 4 on third down. Let's see if they can get something going here in this first drive of the second half. Here's the give to Kevin Say up the middle, and Say with his best run of the day as he's now up to the 36. You see the yardage numbers there.
Yeah, I think in order for DC to get some points on the board, I think they're going to have to rely heavily on Say. Get him more involved in the passing game, keep handing him the ball, but he's proven to be dangerous on those swing passes.
Does have 1 reception out of the backfield at 71 coming into the game. He picks up the first down. And for Kevin, he had 948 rushing yards coming in. So 1,000 yards is within reach for him, Charles.
Yeah, he's had a very impressive season here. And he's quickly become a leader on the team, which is pretty impressive for a rookie.
Synergy is sacked on the play by Tina Begin, her first sack of this ball game. And it was a matter of time, Charles.
Yep, she the leading sack producer on this team. I think that makes 7.5 for the season.
Here's Synergy. 2nd and 14 to play action down the field. Oh, tipped away by Crow.
Yeah, and that started off with the defensive line. I believe it might have been Tilly that just did a pile drive right into Shabazz Synergy and threw that pass off.
3rd and 14, DC yet to convert on 3rd down today. They're 0 for 4. They got a long putt for this one. It's going to be another sack for Tina Begin. She has 2 sacks on this drive.
Wow, she's starting to get fired up there on that defensive line, and that does not bode well for DC.
Here's a punt by the Dragons. Ron Van Cleef. Is away. And Christopher Ochoa gets tackled almost immediately at the 38.
So far, Queen City's been they're up by 7, but they're going to have to expand the distance here. You don't want to keep DC in the game. Now's the time to put some more points on the board and and put them to rest.
Here's Caswell, 7-step drop, has to step up, fires it down the field. Oh, it's dipped twice in the air and nearly intercepted. Eric Gugger was the last one to tip it. 2nd down.
Yep, the DC defense needs to capitalize on those opportunities right there in order to get back in this game.
Second and 10. Caswell, quick drop this time. Over the middle, only pick up 2 yards. As that is now reception number 7 for Curtis.
Yeah, I hate to say it so early in the 3rd quarter here, but this is a big 3rd down for both teams. DC needs to get the momentum back into their hands, and Queen City needs to have some sustained drives to keep DC's opportunities limited.
Caswell, over the middle, It'll be short of the sticks. And DC with the stop.
Yeah, they did what they needed to do. The DC defense stopped the drive, getting the ball back, and they look like they're playing with a little bit more, energy. They're moving quicker to the ball than they were in the first half.
Yeah, the defense has definitely picked up the energy. It's just a question of, can the offense find something? Kanye Rockefeller spins. It was a whirling dervish. He gets knocked down at the 24.
Yeah, good disciplined special teams play by Queen City. Let's see if the defensive line for Queen City can keep the energy up like they did on that last possession. It looked like they were starting to overcome the abilities of the offensive line for DC.
Synergy. Back to throw. Under pressure. Down he goes for the third time. Tina again. Her third sack of the game.
She's taken over that line. They got to do something. Put the fullback down there. Bring in an extra tight end. She's having her way with that offensive line of DC.
Loss of 6, 2nd and 16. Synergy. Over the middle, caught. And they'll gain 10 of it back. As you see the numbers for Shabazz. Catch made by number 82, Kingston Ellington. His first grab of the day.
Yeah, you take the yards passing for both quarterbacks, and you add them together, and that's what a typical SFL quarterback normally does in a half.
Certainly been a rugged defensive contest. This is a first down conversion over the middle for DC. Catch was made by Ziggy Horonik.
Oh, they needed that first down bad, Colin. And go to the reliable tight end and Ziggy Horonik.
Only the second grab of the day for Ziggy. Synergy's now up to 108 yards passing on 10 of 20. This is completion number 11 to say, but he's wrapped up in the backfield for no gain. His second grab. It'll be second down.
That play didn't look like the route was able to develop to give, enough field to make an adjustment and get some positive yards. And Queen City was on it.
Here is the give to Kevin Say, and he trucks ahead to the 43-yard line.
This is a good spot to be in 3rd and 3, and it was based on the effort of the run by Say.
We got a 3rd and 3 at the 43. You see the numbers for Synergy. Offset backfield. Here's the give to Kevin Say again.
Wow.
He'll be stopped a yard short. Or 2 yards short, rather. Solomon Crow on the tackle. And while I have a moment, the SFL broadcast team is looking to add new talent to our ranks of broadcast. Applications are being accepted now to try out for either play-by-play or analyst broadcasting positions. No experience is required, just a love of the game and a desire to succeed. The application can be found at our website, simulationfl.net/broadcasting. We had a crazy fumble on the play, on the return, and I think DC fell on it, Charles.
Yeah, this was the ray of light that DC needed. Now they're automatically in scoring position, and they're in the driver's seat to put some points on the board.
David Leathers on special teams as the gunner forced the hit. And all of a sudden the defense has to come back on the field for the Corsairs. Let's see what happens. Here's the give to Kevin Say. He picks up 5 yards to the 16.
That's a great way to get some confidence in your offense. A nice 5-yard run on first down. Get some momentum building here that DC clearly needs.
Tina begin. 3 sacks. Here's to get the say again. He loses 2 yards on the play. David Tilley was the first to greet him there.
The entire defensive line of Queen City is just taking complete control over that defensive line. I don't believe they're going to be able to do many cross offensive line runs there because the defensive line is getting too much penetration.
4 wide receivers for DC. Synergy has to dump it off to Say, and Say will lose the yard back to the 18.
Yeah, that got a little momentum there on first down, but the Queen City defense just settled in, and now that's forced to get a field goal up here, and DC needs to get at least 3 here.
Don Wilson to try the field goal attempt. This will be about middle of the field. Spotted at about the 25. Snap. Spot kick is up, and it is good from 34. So we now have a 7-3 game with 3:18 to go in the third.
Yep, DC's still in it. I mean, it started with that key special teams turnover, and again, they got to take some positive away from this, that they got some points on the board.
Four-point game. Queen City 3.5-point favorite coming in over under 30.5, and right now the under is looking pretty good. The kickoff's away, fielded by Christopher Ochoa up the middle across the 20, and he gets smacked down exactly at the 30.
A good field position for Queen City. Looked like Caswell has cooled off a little bit here in the second half.
He's now 21 of 24 for 145. Hasn't thrown a touchdown pass, but more importantly for him, considering he has 20-plus interceptions of the year, he hasn't thrown a pick. This will be a pass attempt. Down the middle to Myers, the backup tight end on the slant. Picks up 11 yards for the first.
Yeah, that's what the backup tight end needs to do, step in there for their star. Well, the star's injured and produce.
First and 10 at the 40. Behind Caswell. Staring at a standard 4-3 defense. Outright again. Complete to Powell. Pick up 7 yards.
Good spot here on second down.
Go ahead, sorry. The second grab for 11 yards for Deezer.
Yeah, it's a perfect spot right now to maybe throw it to Zero. He's been very productive when he catches the ball out of the backfield today.
Productive indeed. 4 receptions for 13 yards. Been timely when Caswell has needed it. Instead, they'll go to him on the ground.
Wow.
Oh, and he nearly got the first down on second down to set up a third and 1 exactly at the 50.
That's a curious spot. I thought he crossed the line for a first down.
AC Husky brought him down. Freeman in the backfield, 1 receiver to the bottom. They'll get the 0 one more time, and he went wide, and that was a poor choice as he loses 2 yards on the play. Jack Russell records the TFL.
Huge stop by the DC defense. They have plenty of life left in them, getting the ball back here, and they're going to have to go. They're probably going to be pinned pretty deep though, but it's going to really test their offense to see if they can do a sustained drive.
Here's the punt by Queen City, and DC will take this return up to the 22 by Rockefeller. Another game going on SFL Twitch. It's in the second quarter. Vancouver Legion in front of the San Diego Mavericks by the score of 10-2.
It's like a high-scoring baseball game, Colin.
Yes, if it was baseball, they probably would call the mercy rule if it was Little League. First and 10 at the 22. Synergy fires it, complete to the wide receiver number 87. Horonic, the tight end, split out as a receiver, picks up 6, second and 4.
Yeah, Horonic is showing me that he's pretty good receiving tight end. He's hasn't dropped many balls thrown his way.
His numbers today are pretty good. 3 grabs for 32 yards, but that unfortunately is not good. Kevin Say is tackled in the backfield by his old SFL minor league teammate Sean Moore for a loss at the 25.
Yeah, so far that counter play isn't doing very well for DC. I think it starts with the way that line of Queen City has been playing.
3rd and 7. Synergy in the gun. He's back to throw. Fires deep down the field. Knocked down by Pharaoh Reigns. And it'll be a quick 3 and out for DC.
Yeah, DC really needed to get something going there on offense. Queen City needs to capitalize on this. They're keeping DC in the game. Their offense has cooled off a little bit from the first half. They need to get some fire and get some points on the board.
They did force a fumble on special teams, but the Dragons were only able to cash it in for 3 points. This will be a punt here, nearly blocked. It's good hang time as Ochoa calls fair catch at the 36.
I think again, like we said in the last series that Queen City had, might be good to get the ball, and maybe some pass plays to Jet Zero, see if they can get something going there.
He has 36 yards on the ground, 19 carries. Caswell fires it out to Chris Curtis, and Curtis picks up 9 on the play before being run out of bounds.
The thing that impresses me most about Curtis is he's a good route runner, but it's what he does after he gets the ball. I mean, he's a big wide receiver there. It's almost like trying to bring down a tight end.
He is certainly a big guy. He's 6'5", 220. He's been in this league 8 years. Here's a good to zero. Breaks a tackle and picks up the first down. Needed 1, got about 2.
Nice effort there. Not a lot of room to run, but you just like we said at the first half, Zero looks like he's hunting for somebody to hit, and on that play he hit about 3 or 4 defenders and plowed his way for a first down.
That's the end of the third quarter. We have a 7-3 game. Queen City in front of DC.
My 4s are up, Colin.
You know, my father is always curious, Charles, who owns the fourth quarter? And you have some interesting information on both of these teams in regards to the fourth quarter. Caswell sidearms this one to Powell. He gets yardage up to the 50, set up 2nd and 7.
Well, Queen City this season has not had, from a production standpoint, the fourth quarter is their least productive quarter, whereas DC, it's their best, so from an offensive standpoint.
Interesting, as Myers with the catch over the middle. Rockefeller has to bring him down, but look at Clint Myers. He's all fired up, has had to come in for Matthews Jr. out of the game with back spasms, for those of you who are just joining us.
Yeah, he's really doing a great job standing in there for Matthew.
Ball is at the 34. We have 1st and 10. Caswell fires it. Oh, beautiful pass breakup. As the pass was intended for Powell, incomplete. Eric Gugger, a rookie, 5'9", 190, knocked that away from the much taller Powell.
Yeah, I think Gugger did just enough to distract Powell so he couldn't bring that ball in. That was a really, really well-placed ball by Caswell, and that's not very often you see Deezer Powell miss that.
Here's a good 2-0, and Jet Zero picks up 3 yards to the 31, so they're within comfortable field goal range. Remember, James Troll missed about a 54-yard field goal in the first half, only his 3rd miss of the year. He's a pretty reliable kicker. Caswell in the shotgun. Trips to the top. He's back to throw. Fires to Curtis, but it's incomplete. Blanket coverage by John DeSantis, and James Troll will come out for his 2nd field goal attempt.
Yeah, let's see if Troll can wipe the memory out of that last missed field goal. It was right on the edge of his range, but this should be well within James Troll, comfort zone.
Troll's field goal attempt is good from 47. So with 9:23 to go in the quarter, we have a 10-3 game. Queen City in front of DC.
Yeah, Queen City needed that. They needed to get a little separation from DC, but DC's still in it. And as we said before, that this is DC's best. The 4th quarter is their best quarter from an offensive standpoint. So let's see if we see them kick into gear.
Here's a return by Rockefeller. He's tackled at the 27.
He's got the one sleeve action going on. He's styling out there.
Yeah, if you look good, you play good, right, Charles?
Yeah, I guess some people think that.
You got a good point there. DC 1st and 10, their own 27. Synergy out to Hronik again, and this guy has been all over the field today.
He definitely has. I mean, he's really showing his worth out there on the field. But you got to give props to Shabazz Synergy. The pocket was breaking down, and he got rid of it just at the last second. Put out a laser down the field to Hronik.
Albert Begins saved what could have been an even longer gain. I tell you, this rookie they picked in the 2nd round, 17th pick of that round, has been productive today. Very. As Kevin Say gets the carry, he's tackled in the backfield for a loss of 3 yards. Suddenly Crow tracked him down.
Yeah, those stretch plays aren't doing any, and the counter plays today aren't doing anything. The defenses on both sides of the ball are so quick today that they're just shutting it down.
Here's Synergy, 2nd and 13. Hit as he throws, incomplete. Jeff Duffy, he hasn't gotten a sack today, but his line mates have. He says, I want in on the fun.
Yeah, I think they're putting so much of the blocking on Duffy that it's allowing folks like Tina Begin, and Tilly to get some shots on the quarterback.
3rd and 13. 4 wide for DC. They like to go to this package a lot. Let's see who they go to this time. 6-step drop. Synergy down the field. Caught by Josh Gill.
That was a great route by Josh Gill. There wasn't a defender around him, and it looked like Wasn't a lot of zip put into the ball there, but Shabazz Synergy got there just perfectly. Didn't really have to do much to bring that ball in, and that's what wide receivers like.
That's a first catch of the day for Gill. It's good for 19. Came at a critical time. Oh, 37, first and 10. 37 to Queen City, that is. Synergy. Will go down again, David Tilley. He gets the sack.
Yeah, all second half, the defensive line of Queen City is dominating up there. You can't; those deep drops are going to be pretty risky for DC.
Risky indeed. That's now 4 combined sacks to Course team to begin. That's 3 of the 4 sacks. To be faced with a 2nd and 13. Here's that play action they like to run, and that was nearly an interception. As Kevin Say had to turn into the defender there.
Yeah, the play action did not fool anyone on that play. Just all it was a play that took too long to develop and gave that hungry defensive line time to get up in the face of Shabazz Synergy.
Number 26, Ted Haynes, almost had an interception there on second look. This is the Moose. He's gotten loose a few times today, but it's been more hit or miss. Sebastian Synergy's back to throw. Fires down the field. Josh Gill again with the catch. Down to the 22.
Another nice throw there by Shabazz. Got it right in the numbers. Excuse me. And a good route run by Josh Gill. Now they're in field goal range, and there's no quit in DC.
There's definitely no quit in him. For Gill, he has 4 receiving touchdowns. It's tied for the lead with Cade Marion. 43 receptions for 419 yards coming in. And Kevin Say, unfortunately for him, he continues to go backwards as Sean Moore tracks him down.
Defense of Queen City they're just so fast today, in particular, and there's those stretch plays, excuse me, or power O plays. They're not going to get much traction.
2nd and 13, Synergy changing the play. Pump, throw, and it is caught by Gill. How did he do that?
That was amazing. I thought that was going to go into the hands of the defender. that was an amazing pass by Shabazz.
And Shabazz was hit as he throws, so that made it even more amazing. 3rd and 8 from the 20. DC is in field goal range, but they would love a touchdown here to possibly tie the game at the extra point. Synergy going deep.
Ooh.
Oh, knocked up in the air. Jeff Banfield was in the area, but Farrell Raines had other ideas. 4th and 8.
That was a risky play to call there. I mean, I know they wanted to get points, but that could have, a turnover could have put them in a pretty deep hole.
Here's Wilson again on for the field goal attempt, his 2nd of the ball game. As Shabazz Synergy is now 33 of 19 for 199 yards and an interception. Field goal is good by Wilson. Makes it a 10-6 game with just 5:56 to go.
Yep, Queen City's letting DC hang around. They had plenty of opportunities to, take complete control of this game, and this possession here is going to be critical for Queen City to maybe put at least one nail on the coffin.
Kickoff to Ochoa, who fields it about his 10, and Christopher Ochoa cuts up to his 30. Visit the all-new SFL League website at simulationfl.net for info on how to create a player, join our community, the league, and the teams that play in it, links to apparel, helmets, and a comprehensive history of the SFL. It's over 1,400 games and thousands of players who hit the virtual field. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. AJ Caswell throws out to Deezer Powell. He picks up 5 yards.
The defense for DC is completely taken out the running game for Queen City. So I think plays just like the one we saw right now on this previous play is I think Queen City is going to have to go to that. Maybe even some swing passes, screen passes to start working the clock. But I don't think they're going to get much anywhere on a run.
27 of 32 for 196 is Caswell today. Thrown no interceptions after throwing 6 last week. Oh, we almost could have thrown one there. David Leathers knocked that around, and there were some white shirts in the area.
Yep, that was another opportunity to take over the game. It was good to have a pass deflection, but I think DC right now really needs a turnover and potential points.
They could use one in the worst way possible. Queen City is 6 of 14 on 3rd down today. Let's see if they can convert one here. And they do to Chris Curtis on the out route. First down, Corsairs at their own 48.
Yeah, that was big, and Curtis is showing that there's a weakness on the DC's scheme in that part of the field. Like, he's been doing that all day, those out routes, and just killing it.
First and 10 at 48. Clock ticks under 5 minutes to go. Play action for Caswell. He goes to the out route to Powell. He picks up 7. He gets out of bounds at the 46.
Well, the good news is that AJ's getting the completions, but bad news is those sideline passes are stopping the clock.
Second and 3. 10-6 Queen City up front. There's Curtis. He's had a pretty productive day. 9 receptions for 71 yards. Giro breaks the tackle in the backfield, and Jet will pick up a first down to the 42 as that clock starts to run again.
Yeah, not the greatest yard gainer of the day, but I think that you could say that's one of Jet's best runs today. I mean, they needed that first down, and again, he picked out a couple guys on the defense and just went straight into them.
It was only 40 yards on 22 carries, but he certainly made that last carry count for something huge. He gets it again here, and he goes up the middle for 5 to the 38.
Well, it looks like they're getting some productivity now. Maybe I need to scratch what I said. Let them stop running.
Now they go with 3 men in the backfield, including an extra offensive lineman. Here's Zero. He gets tackled in the backfield for a loss by Clint Hendershot. He's been fairly busy today as Hendershot. That's his 6th tackle. His first TFL of the day.
Yep. Colin, I vote out route. What are you calling on this one?
I vote out route. I just hope the guy doesn't go out of bounds when he catches it, however. Curtis is in the slot. Powell to the top. Caswell winding on the clock. It's a run. Zero won't pick up the first down. In fact, he only gained a yard. And Jay Bam Bam Cook, the other defensive tackle, on for the stop, and Morrison on for the punt. He's been busy today. And let this clock drain as much as they can. Now Morrison gets the punt away. This will be down.
Oh, wow.
In the end zone for a touchback. Oh, that was razor close, Charles.
Yeah, the DC fans are happy they pushed that into the end zone.
DC wearing white helmets with white jerseys, black pants with white gold striping. Also a bit of white on the pants as well on the stripes. Queen City wearing all black, of course, with their famous neon sock. As over the middle, knocked down, pass intended for Josh Gill. 2nd down and 10, 2:31 to go.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big expectation here for the DC offense. They have yet to show today a long sustained drive, and they've got 80 yards to go to put some points on the board.
Here is the pass over the middle, knocked down.
Yeah, that pretty much
number
would have
21, King Jamal, the free safety.
Yeah, if Jamal would have pulled that in, it would pretty much have been game over, I think.
3rd and 10 on their own 20, 2:28 to go. Deep. DC has 3 timeouts left. As they go 4 wide. Queen City counters with a nickel look. Synergy fires. It's caught down the field. That is Ellington. And they run the hurry up as they try to get one more play in before 2 minutes strike.
Another play by Shabazz where he was in the arms of the defender.
And again, they pick up 7 yards as we approach the 2-minute warning. Queen City in front 10-6, but DC trying to make things interesting, down by 4.
Yeah, it's unfortunate they had to hit that 2-minute warning because I think the play package they had out there, that they had something, an advantage over the personnel, I guess, that Queen City had. They were moving the ball effectively.
And we see this formation for the first time all day from DC. I formation, 2 receivers to the bottom. Sebastian Synergy fires it out to Kevin Say. Say breaks the tackle, tries to spin off another one. It's tackled at the 47, and here we go with the hurry up again, Charles.
Definitely. I mean, it's a smart pass to get the play to get the pass to Say on that one.
Ball's at the Queen City 47. And again they go out. Jeff Banfield with the catch. He picks up 6 down to the Queen City 42. This clock continues to run. Gets set. They run another play. This time a swing to Say. And Kevin Say will make it 3rd and 2. Here is the throw. Banfield caught it. He does not get out of bounds, but he gets to the 27, 1st down.
Yeah, I didn't think that play was capable of making such a large gain. That was surprising.
Here's the throw. And we're now under a minute to go, and they're on their own 24. Time is winding down rapidly, Charles. Here's the throw, Banfield. And now they call timeout with 44 seconds left. It'll be 3rd and 5 from the Queen City 21-yard line. Touchdown by DC could get them their 2nd victory in the year.
Yeah, definitely 2-down territory here. Can't make a mistake. They're going to be in deep zone coverage in that end zone area, and they may even let them get this 1st down.
They go 4 wide. Press man look from DC.
That's interesting.
From Queen City, rather. Again, they go to Kevin Say out of the backfield, but Solomon Crow stops him. It'll be 4th down and 4 with 39 seconds left as DC calls time once again.
I think Queen City rolled the dice on that one and surprised DC by doing that press coverage on that call. It was risky, but it paid off.
This is the ball game. 4th and 4 on the Queen City 21. Synergy going deep. Oh, it's caught at the 2.
Oh, unbelievable pass. Great
Jeff
catch.
Banfield with a leaping grab.
This is not, I don't know if this is the right call to play in the end zone.
And they throw
Oh,
it
but
to
it
the end
is.
zone. Touchdown,
Wow.
DC.
Oh, man.
Kingston Ellington with the grab.
That was phenomenal.
After they throw the lob to Banfield, they go on the slant to Ellington. And with 23 seconds left, this extra point could put them up by 3.
I'm speechless. I mean, what a possession by DC. They picked the perfect time to come alive.
81-yard drive, 13 plays. And this extra point will give DC a 13-10 lead.
The game's not over. It's 3 points difference. Good return or get out of bounds quickly and give the quarterback some time to go down the field. I mean, they got a couple options here, but not too much time on the clock.
Here's Ochoa on the return. He gets tackled at the 20 seconds left. Charles, those last 2 plays, the 4th down play and then the touchdown throw, those easily could be top 10 plays of the week.
Definitely, and I was thinking that could have ended up as an interception in the end zone with that particular route, but nice route running by the DC wide receivers.
Queen City has all 3 timeouts as they go 3 wide. Over the middle, Curtis with the catch. And they call time at 15 seconds left as they get to their own 44.
Yeah, they're going to have to go, I think, at least another 35, 40 yards, Colin, to get into field goal range. I'm not good at math, but I'm just
hang on to your hats, folks. Things could get crazy yet. 3 wide receivers for Queen City. AJ Caswell under center. He's back to throw. Over the middle and dropped. Pass intended for Deezer Powell.
And it's a curious route to run, with only 15 seconds on the clock to run it in the middle. I know they have timeouts, but I mean, I think they had maybe a better advantage if they would have gone down the sideline.
Here's Caswell. Over the middle, knocked down by Hendershot. 8 seconds left, 3rd down.
I don't think they have enough time to, unless it's a perfect sideline pattern, I don't think they have enough time to, gun it down the middle and call a timeout.
They go empty. 3 wide receivers to the top. And it's going to be a pass down the field. Oh! Knocked down by Eric Gugger, but Deezer Powell was open.
He was wide open. That was that type of pass. You did not see that from Caswell all day. I mean, that was that could have been play of the game. Play of the week if he would have got it to that wide receiver. That would have been touchdown all over.
Now we have a Hail Mary formation. Caswell has to run, and the ball game is over. The DC Dragons beat the Queen City Corsairs 13-10. What a game!
Unbelievable game, Colin. Wow. I mean, DC was on the ropes all up until the last 3 minutes of the game, and the offense came alive. And 80 yards down the field, I wasn't sure what they had it in them to do it, to go those 80 yards. They proved me wrong. And you got to give credit to Shabazz Synergy. I mean, he got some passes off there and completed where he was wrapped up and just getting hammered by that defensive line of Queen City.
Synergy finishes 30 of 46 for 280 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Kevin Safe finishes the day with only 23 yards on 14 carries. He had 7 receptions for 20 yards.
I mean, that's impressive to be able to the way the defensive, I'm going to say it again, the way the defensive line of Queen City was playing, and they were hammering Shabazz all day. He just, veteran quarterback, he kept his composure, got the ball off on a couple key throws on that last drive, and just showed the value he has to that team. His veteran presence out there in the huddle. There's no quit in DC. They were able to drive down the field and get their second win of the season.
For AJ Caswell, 234 yards on 30 of 39 passing. Play of the game, drum roll please, is Shabazz Synergy, 239 yards, 43 pass attempts, 1 touchdown, only 27 completions. Thanks to our statisticians, James Trolling, Greg Soto. For my partner this week, Charles Zarkety, I'm Colin Northrup. Thanks all, and stay tuned for the rest of the Simulation Football League game.